work is done. We're set up, tent set up, and the AquaVu is positioned the way I like it. And here's just one setup that I'd recommend if you want to get good video, and you want to record good video, and you want to be versatile even within a confined space. So I've got my Mopod set up, and I've got it in 2 holes so that I can move it closer to my jigging lures, or I can move it back for a wider shot. My jigging hole that I'm most actively jigging is again a double hole, so I can move it closer to the camera for detail, or I can move it further away from the camera for more wider field. And then in this case today, I'm running a big aggressive lure that I can still see and I can still film in my furthest hole, and I'm fishing it as high as 3 feet off the bottom, but with it this far away from the camera, I can keep it in that frame of view. So there's the setup. Let's see how we do today.
Oh, I think I got it.
Yes. That was on the Decoy. Look at this. It's not a big walleye either. Nope, either size. But he was aggressive. I jigged. I pounded that jig into the bottom a little bit, and he just came in at that 45. You can see on the video. He just pounded it against the bottom and sucked it in. And he was interested in the big lure. We'll see how the Decoy does as opposed to the finesse. That's one on the Decoy. So here's the difference between a finesse lure and a Decoy lure. The Decoy is a 1 ounce real bait flasher jig with the biggest shiners that I can get, and that's rigged on 15-pound fluorocarbon. And the finesse lure is a 1/8 ounce real bait flasher jig with a perch or small walleye eye. And the big lure pounds into the bottom, moves a lot of sediment, jigging up and down, has a lot of flash. That big, much bigger blade on the big one than on the small one, and just draws those fish in. It's incredible how you'll draw in even perch that are the size of the shiner just to see. They're interested in seeing what is going on, and once they move in, that's when you employ your finesse jig and mop up those fish. Yeah. Came in for that Decoy. There. Nice perch. Alright, hey buddy. Nice perch. He came in, he was interested in that big shiner, that big presentation. Is just about as big as him. And I think it's because perch feel that commotion, see that commotion, and think it's a bunch of other perch getting fed on, shiners or invertebrates, bloodworms, that type of thing. But once he saw this smaller morsel, he just couldn't help himself. That was a big pike. You can't really tell on the camera, but I knew that big flasher jig and shiner was about 5 inches, and she dwarfed it. Look at the size of that pike. And it just goes to show with the AquaVu what you can do to cat and mouse a big fish like this into believing that that's something real, something alive, something she wants to eat. And that's what I did. Just bottom dancing that shiner and flasher jig and making her finally commit. Look at the size of that fish. That's 20 inches a hole. That's two 10-inch holes together. So she's, you know, mid-30s. We don't need to weigh her. We're just going to let her go anyway. It's a big fish for working fish. And she's gone.